Hi, Elaine Sanderson here, and today I want to tell you a little story that I know is going to really benefit you in your business. Now, the answer is definitely yes, but do you want to be seen more online? Do you feel that your competition is above you, maybe in the search engines? The phone's ringing more, and they're just more out there, and people seem to be contacting them more than you. But you need those inquiries and sales, and you know you're just as good as them. You know, maybe you're way better. You offer better services and products. Well, this video is definitely for you today, because there's nothing more annoying than seeing your competition above you in the search engines and you just cannot work out how to get there. Maybe you haven't got the time, or maybe you know you've got to spend the money on getting somebody to get you there, but you're scared of being ripped off by an agency, because there's lots of SEO agencies out there today. Some very good, but some not so good. So it's that risk of, are you going to get the right person? How much is it going to cost? So I'm going to tell you a little story that will really help. Now, the story goes back to approximately 2007. A marriage split up in my life, a couple of young kids. We all have to move on. So a couple of years later, met a new partner. We then built a business in this area, and we kind of fell into it, really. It was my husband's trade, so I fell into it at the time because I sold my previous business to my ex-husband to move on. So we built this local business, but the problem was that we're in an area that's very, not very populated, should I say, and it was a beautiful area, you know, in the hills, and the walks are fantastic, but it was kind of a bit of a poverty area, but it didn't really sit on the surface. It was beautiful, but there wasn't a lot of money or people in this area. So we started this business, and the problem was we didn't have enough customers, and it was causing us a real problem. We were having to take on any old job just to get by, you know. We couldn't pick and choose the work. It was hard times, you know, after building a really, really super successful business with my ex-husband, being bought out, having to buy a new property, being on your own. The money soon dwindles away, so found myself in quite a lot of debt at that point. I think it was 30,000 debt at that point. And with this business not really cracking it because of the area, we made a big move to a bigger area, move the schools, move the children, and take that risk and go to a more populated area, which was about an hour away, well, 45 minutes to be precise. So move done, okay, best move we've ever made. But then we faced a new set of problems. I mean, just to get into the area, we had no money between us. My husband had also been through a marriage split up, which if anybody of you have happened that to you, you'll know that it can drain you financially. So we had to actually rent when we moved, and put, 6 months rent on a credit card, which was not much fun. So business moved, we found another set of problems. We found that even though there were more customers, there was way more customers, there was way more competition too. So we were then faced with, how are we going to get seen? How are we going to be recognised? How do we get that phone ringing? And because I've always been a marketing person, I regard myself as an expert, because I do focus on certain tactics which I've honed in the skills. I made it my mission to get seen in that large town, not a city, but a large town, and a city right next to us. And within the space of a very short period of time, we went from renting, we bought a property, and then we now live in a beautiful detached in the nicest area of Chesterfield. And I've got to say that that's just been through hard work, determination, and knowing some marketing skills. Okay, so now we are, as a business, I co-run the business, by the way. It's not my mainstream business anymore. We are literally seen for all our keywords. We come at the top. We've got the best reputation in this area, and we are now one of the go-to, or I'd like to say the go-to company when it comes to our niche, which is windows, doors, conservatories. So you can actually do the same. You can, even though you're maybe struggling for work now, you may be thinking, where's your next inquiries coming from? Why is your competition ranking above you? What can you do to stand out? You can actually do the same. Now, the crux of the story is that there is a free method online which is completely underutilised, and it makes me cry to see businesses not maxing out. And it's not that hard. It's just knowing the tips and tricks and learning it. And that is really signing up to Google My Business. Now, many of you probably have already. You may think, well, yeah, I've done that, yeah, that's fine. That's all it's about. But it's not really, because that's just the first step on the rung of that ladder, the very first step. I can guarantee that probably 98% of you, or maybe 99, have not maxed it out, not learnt those tricks of getting seen on the first page of Google in local SEO. I'm not talking about the organic listings, that's further down on Google. I'm talking about the 3-pack at the top where you see the map, and there's some brilliant brilliant things you can do to get yourself seen on page 1. And it's not really that techy at all, and it's within all of our reach. Now, I hear many of you say, oh, I haven't got time for that. Well, your business either takes time or money to market. There's no way out of this. It's not going to happen without your time or your money. So if you feel you haven't got the money, well, the only option is you have to invest your time. That is the only option. Now, if you feel you haven't got time, what do? I take it away on holiday with me. I read this stuff. I get up earlier. I spend a couple of hours reading and learning this stuff. I find the time. That's the difference between a successful business and one that just can't really see beyond the barriers that they create. They create in their mind. They've got no time, no money. We've all can find the time, even though we've got kids. We have busy lives. I've got 3 kids, 2 grown up, but I have found that time. So what I'm saying to you is, learn the tricks of Google My Business and find yourself getting ranked quite quickly and hopefully above your competitor, right? There are certain tricks that you can follow. Now, I have done my own program in this. I have created a membership site where you can teach yourself all these tricks, and it's a very, I suppose it's a fast track, really, a fast track way of getting there. But I wanted to share that with you today. I mean, you can check my course out, but if you don't want to and you don't even spend money on my membership, you can go and find this stuff out for yourself, you know. I've consolidated it and I do know all the other tricks of the trade, but you can start today by doing your own research and get yourself ranked, first of all, on the first page of Google, where 75%, it used to be 95, for some reason it's changed, it's 75% I read the other day, they don't even go to page 2. So do yourself a favour, start learning the tricks. You can guarantee your competitor has, and that's why you're not above or by the side of them or above them. So I hope that's helped. It just to show a story that I was down in the dumps a few years ago, and with a bit of work, I've brought the business to this level, okay, which is brilliant. And you can do the same. It's not within your reach. Okay, well, thank you today. That's my tip for the day.